All right, guys, what's up? Good morning. Welcome back. Welcome back to another live session. Hope you guys are feeling well, doing good. Today, we do have a decent watch list, so I'm looking forward to some good opportunities. So, if you're tuning in on YouTube and Facebook, check out the disclaimer that's currently on screen. Remember that day trading is risky. Remember that my results are not the typical results. And I do not invest in my subscribers, so be careful of fake accounts. I will never message you first. I will never send you a friend request first. Be careful, stay safe. So I'm going to post the watch list here, and I'm just going to post the top 3 that I'm looking at. UMAC, which is doing well right now. There's IDAI. There's, what's the third one here? IDAI. There's I have like 6, but there's only 3 that I'm really watching. Let me just take a look here. TRNR, IFBD, I think VCIG perhaps, the third string stock. Yeah, VCIG. I think HWH might be a buyout. Let's see. Yeah, we'll throw IFBD on here. All right, this is the main list. As stocks continue to progress throughout the day, we'll call them out. There's already a bunch of Thanksgiving food in the chat. So I actually didn't get a prompt from E-Trade, which is surprising because they usually will send out a prompt letting you know like what day is the holiday and so forth. But of course tomorrow markets will be closed. I'm not even sure if today's a half day or not. I can double check on this. But for now, I'm going to get my trend lines going and just, get my top 3 stocks here ready. So I'll start with UMAC, being that this one is the most active. UMAC right now. So we had previous highs at 959, but we pushed over and got all the way up to 11. This is good to see. Pre-market traders are definitely feeling good. Today I'm a little late to the show, so no pre-market activity. But this one looks good. Daily chart. Let me double check. Seems like we might be at all-time highs. So we might not see any real resistance up until the stock is really ready for backside. So the moment I start to see selling and just weakness, if there are shares available to go short, I'll try and have a stop in place. So it looks good. Not seeing the 200 EMA anywhere. And it looks like we could perhaps get up to 12, 13, and 14 if this thing is good. It's up 94% with 8.5 million shares of volume, UMAC. Moving on to IDAI from yesterday, continuation. IDAI, as you guys can recall, we were up 1,300 or so, and then we went red 1K, sadly. Gave back, perhaps on the backside, I believe it was. So we had after hour highs around 65. From there, we pushed up, and then we held that level nicely on the first pullback here, which is good to see. Nice bounce right there. Since then, we've pushed up to 79 cents. We had highs around 71, and then from there, we pushed up here to now 79.5. This one can be good. This one can be good. This one could be good. I'm going to get rid of some of these previous trend lines just to clean it up a little bit. They're not going to be as relevant. All right, chart looks a little bit better there. 200 EMA, 57.32, which we are quite above that level. So we've cleared that. You know, the goal for me on a stock like this, you know, and hopefully it's strong enough. If we could see $1, I mean, that could be good. I'm seeing 93's potential resistance going back to May month. But if we can get up there 95 cents, you know, $1, maybe 110, this could be pretty good. IDAI. And the goal today for me, you know, it's going to be a green day. Even if I have to just get green and get out. The aim is to position myself properly to be in a situation where I can walk away early if I need to, right? Because sometimes, you know, it really comes down to how much you want to push. But if you're green early in the first 10 minutes, which sometimes is the case, you know, it comes down to if you're satisfied with where you are. And if you are, you know, some people have that daily goal. If you hit your daily goal in the first 10 minutes, then, you know, you have to ask yourself, do you really want to keep going, right? Because as we know, there's a fork in the road at all times, which is you can either make more or you can lose off the top. It's rare that you really stay sideways if you stick around. So, you know, you decide, you know, what's worth it, right? Hey, do I want to stay where I am? Am I content? Do I want to push for more? Or, you know, there's the risk of losing some, right? So IDAI looks good. UMAC looks good. My third string stock here is VCIG. VCIG, my third string stock. It's up 43%. I'm going to turn on my screen recording here quickly. All right. So 309 for highs, low of the pullback 240. And, well, hold up. Let me clear my drawing set. This is a mess. Let's just get rid of that. 309, 240. So it seems like there was a recent split, but before that split, we had a high point of 669. That's the only level that's really standing out to me. I'll map out the high and the low of that candlestick. The low was 411. So this is good. Can we at least get up there to 411, maybe 5, and then 6? Could be good. And that candlestick is going back to October 29th. We had 6.4 million shares of volume on that day. Other than that, nothing else super obvious. And it's a good range. So we'll see. VCIG. We'll see how this one does. Let's see. IDAI. I'm gonna determine my share size now, get everything in place early. All right, looks good. VCIG will start small. Likewise with UMAC, will start small and then look to increase size from there. So which one do I think has the highest chance of doing something right away? I think it's going to be a toss-up between UMAC and IDAI. It's hard to say for sure which one. I mean, they're both looking interesting here. If we pull up IDAI, you know, we're consolidating here off the most recent move, holding our levels. You know, we're at 75 cents basically. Highs are at 79. And then UMAC, same thing, right? We're consolidating off our most recent move. And it's possible here in the next 5 minutes, we could see an opening surge. It's kind of crazy because it's like, let's say we do get an opening surge from one of these stocks. if you're watching the right one, sometimes just to set the tone of the day could definitely have a bit of an impact, right? But we'll see. Another beautiful day. So, yesterday ended red, but I thought it was a good day. I mean, we were on the wrong side of the momentum, but we followed our rules. It was a close day. I always tell people like the days are closer than they might think. Like, just a few trades in the opposite direction and the day is the opposite result, literally, right? But today we'll see if there is chop. We want to size down, I think, a little sooner. Because yesterday we were still pushing like bigger size. I think we were trying an 8K size and some bigger positions on VSEE. So today, if we do see some chop early, I think smaller size right away might be the best thing to do. We, wait through the turbulence, and then the moment we start to get a good pull away, we can get involved aggressively. So UMAC bouncing up a bit. I'm gonna watch this one here. Let's see how we do. Hopefully my level 2 is all right. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, well, YouTube and Facebook, hit the thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. We got about a minute to the open. Hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. If you're new here, we're trading in a live account over 25K. And I can go to single screen. I do have my scans up a lot of the times. But I'm trading in a real account. As you guys can see, it says connected, real-time data. And even the last 4 of my account number because, I'm a madman. IDAI, well, there's a big drop, and I guess that tells us which one is going to be the strong one here to start, right? Yeah, I'm in a live account above PDT, which means above 25,000. And, it's another beautiful day. We're consistent, we're profitable. We've been doing this on the live stream for now 5 years or so. It's another beautiful day. Another beautiful day. So UMAC, I'm interested here to see if we can get the opening surge. High or low, I might take it early, but I got to be careful to not start too red here if it goes against me. Here we go. Got a really high fill there. Okay. Damn, that's a brutal fill, man. I'm a little slow there. Just a little brutal of a fill. There's a spread too. There seems like a hidden seller at night at 11. Uh, Halting down. Oh, false halt down. Didn't really get anything out of that. There was opportunity. Just a little clunky on the open. I might switch gears.
TCTTU.
VCIG is trying overview up.
UNAC.
5-day is at 68. Pre-market high is way up there.
TGHL.
Okay, I'm too early there. 61. Can we hold?
SOS.
5-minute candle is under some stress here. It needs to hold up. Spreads here are kind of brutal.
QMCO.
QMCO halted up. $37.41 for that resumption on UMAC going down. So bad. Buying 55, getting filled 60.
WAR.
Filled 61 actually, which is just absurd. False breakout. $37.41 for resumption. Less than a minute to that resumption. The low is 63, which means we didn't really sell off all the way.
CCTTU.
Resumption is coming up. There's 280 again. What's it gonna do this time? Here's the resumption. 42.
UNAC.
No dip. A little sell off, let's say. Coming back to VCIG. Man, IDAI is just getting destroyed. I'm gonna size down. I'm just gonna size down now because I mean, I don't like what I'm seeing here. Even this stock right now,
AGHL.
it's hard to get a good gauge on the range.
SRS.
Oh, we're going. Well, I'm red 700 here already.
UNCR.
This is not good. Let me give everything a look through here. UMAC, VCIG, red 300 apiece on those. VCIG, can we see something here? Over the highs, perhaps. Oh, I'm gonna miss that bigger push there. Sakes, man. Jesus.
WAR.
I sold at 3 thinking the resistance might have been too strong. It pops to 316. What was that low? 76. My goodness. The dips are working, but the dips are just so crazy.
WAR.
Because the candlesticks down are so big, it's hard to determine the proper range here. So like higher low, what's the low, right? And the breakouts have been a little tricky. That's the scratch trade. Unreal. I'm just gonna sit back and wait for entries that I like. Time, 3 minutes. The 5-minute candle is strong. I would hope UMAC is able to curl up. Am I gonna get stopped out? My stop is down here. We'll see. Better not stop me out. But it did reclaim. I'll try to get back in. I'm gonna take it again. UMAC is still struggling.
SOS. SOS. WAR. WAR.
There's gonna be a pullback at some point. I'm gonna try to add back, but if this pullback goes to low of day, I'll lose. I'm taking it right there. I'm taking it. But if that goes to 80, then I'm just, try to keep the stop as tight as possible. And do not retest the lows here. They filled me 95, the sons of guns. Anyhows, that's fair. 85. What I don't like is that I know that that's gonna happen, but I'm not able to properly capitalize on it. I'd have been 95. Maybe I could have just held 95. I mean, I'd have been down 10 cents adding back there. So my ad is like too early. I want to grab this stock by the neck right now. Not me resorting to violence here. BCIG, what is it going to be? Oh, that would have been such a great trade if we could have gotten it a little bit better. I can try and scalp, but it's been tricky to scalp. I'm even trying to get that. It's just not working. Come on, UMAC. Halt up, halt up, halt up. I'm holding you in this halt. Yeah, halt up, please. I'm not I'm not selling that position. I got 1,000 shares in a 10 area. There's big bids. Dang, this is my first time holding into a halt in years. In like 2-3 years, I think. Unless I got caught in the halt down, you know. This I think UMAC is gonna be a better stock for me to trade. This one has potential, it has opportunities, but it's been tricky, man. It's not offering everything I need to be up thousands. And the trade that I'm seeing where I can hold longer, I'm getting chopped out. So honestly, I don't even care to trade this. UMAC, now the day is starting here, finally. Now the day started. To the depths with VCIG.
It's all is.
And I'm using size too. I'm just gonna start. This is where the day is really gonna start for me. Right here, right now, size, and I'm gonna have big boy size, and I'm going for it like there's no tomorrow. LeBron James times.
It's all is.
Resumption will be at 54.14. Looking to have this dance. Yeah, if it resumes lower, then you know there's no problem. It's part of the deal. What it is, I'm seeing 10:06 by 10:54. It might be sideways resumption. It looks like it might be sideways.
WAR.
The good old ABCD pattern, the W. 5-minute candle making a new high. I did try and I lost this area here. Resumption time will be at 54:14. We got about 2 minutes. what I don't like is that level 2 is just kind of frozen by '06 by 54. Like it's not really showing. Usually sometimes it'll be moving up or down or fluctuating. It's not showing anything. So we'll see. It's only 1,000 shares, baby size. But what I'm hoping for is a dip and rip. If we can squeeze, ideally if we can squeeze up some more, dip, and then rip through the highs, this should go pretty well. We got about a minute and some change. Going into the resumption, I did like that we had some massive bids. We had about a 50,000 share buyer, some other bigger buyers. But stocks like VCIG, man, where I know that we should see a pullback and then I still lose. It's frustrating. Anyhow, it's cutting the chatter. We got 12 seconds here. We're at 10:47. 10:47. Here we go.
UMAC.
Oh my gosh. Is that the dip? Oh, was that the dip? Mm, Sizing down. It's a weird one here. Was that the dip? How are we gonna do back over 50? Yes, I got that. Nice, nice, nice. That was close. And 1/2 second later, I got filled right into the halt up level. I should have held that into the halt up again. That's what I should have did. 2K shares 97. I aim for 70 entry.
UMAC.
I aim for 70 entry and I'm in it 93. That's what I get for changing my share size too, because I size back up, and in that moment I'm not as fast as I could have been to be in. So basically over 50 is the entry there for the breakout. If it can give the dip and rip this time, this is all I ask right here. This time can we get a cleaner dip and rip? The way how it opened up, it's just a little strange there. So I sold flat on the resumption. We did get to 77, but the price action very strange for the pullback down to 10. It even got to 1030, then it dropped to 980, and then back to 1030. Usually that's not how it goes, but I guess we've seen cleaner dip and rips, but it ultimately in the end it worked. So if you did take 10 and you held 10, you could, if you didn't sell at 1050 or 1080, it's like you could be holding into this halt up. Why does it have to be so weird, man? Steve, why can't we just get a normal sweet dip and rip like the good old days? Let's do this, man. Let's do this. '93. The thing is with a stock like VCIG, I wonder if I should trade those stocks. It's like I could see the pathway where I could be green, but let's just say out of the 10 things I would want from the stock, I'm only seeing one of them. So the amount of trades that I can take is so limited on that particular type of stock. Do I want to trade a stock where only one out of the 10 edges that the stock can provide is being presented? At that point, is the stock A quality? Probably not. Do I want to fight the uphill battle of
PGHL.
only trying to get that one edge out of the stock? Or do I just let it go and then wait for something else? It's like the optimist inside of me thinks I can go in there, thread the needle, get those two clean trades, come out unscathed. But the reality is, it's like those two trades might not go well, and then all the 8 other entries that can come along the way, they're not showing up. So it's like, what's the point, you know? 60, so at the hour and 6 seconds. At the hour and 6 seconds.
SM2K.
When things die down, I have to check to see if it's like half day and all that stuff, just to check the holiday schedule. That way we're not holding positions into like 1 p.m. and then after hours come early and you're fumbling trades. We got less than 20 seconds. Close tomorrow, half day Friday. Broker trades, appreciate it, man. So it looks like a full day of trading today. We're at 11:45. We have 6 seconds. Here we go.
PGHL. UNAC.
Oh, freak, 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 freak. Trying again. That was pretty messy again. My fills are in the slums and it's going down. Well, I think that's pretty fair right there. I'm aggressive. It's just a pretty bad resumption. The slums it goes. To the slums. Well, that's a little disappointing.
UNAC.
We're at 9:50. Can this get back to hive day? I don't know, probably not. I like the aggression. What I don't like there is that the stock was pretty weak. And then the other one takes off, of course. Come on, and this garbage VCIG, man. Thing just Titanics.
SRE.
Bro, let this stock just go away, VCIG. Man. 350 to back down to 290. All within 20 seconds. It seems like the moment the other one failed, maybe Save is the type of guy who caught this trade. It's like literally the moment this one failed, the other one just took off. I think I had a little too much conviction as well. I think I might have had a little too much conviction because, I don't know, I just thought this thing would have kept going. Maybe too much of that hot market that just came still in my mind. BCIG, I'm really not interested in it. What? Well, hold on. Maybe I am. It's still moving. It's just such a tough one to trade, man. We got back to 47 there. I stopped here, a couple cents. Holding 500 shares for the Hail Mary here. Holding 500 shares for the Hail Mary. Is UMAC finished? Probably. We might see like a dip and rip. Not a dip and rip, but a bounce rather. But struggling, man. All right, that Hail Mary might not happen. More like a fumble. Bumble, bumble. This stock seems like a like when you watch the rodeo and those guys are doing bull riding. This stock is like an untamed beast. Not in a good way.
PGHL.
544. That resumption is 30 seconds out. What a disappointment. 20 seconds to that resumption. $3,000 shares takes an eternity to fill. 990. Here we go.
UMAC.
And I'm losing $100. The balance is at 47 instead. Cool. So that was a what, $1,700 turnaround? Well, I'm using big boy size, so to be expected. And I had 5,000 shares ready to go if the resumption was to work out the first trade. Looks like we'll have to wait another day to bring that out. No immediate bounce. Waiting. Bit of a slow curl.
SRS.
I don't see why it's not going. It has what it needs, and it's not pushing through. It's nonsense. False break and the dip 30. This one is a tough one. Minute 30 seconds left in the 5 minute candle. Man, UMAC, man. Could have been such a beautiful stock. I will say the dip and rip does state that there's only one entry. So anytime you're trading a dip and rip 10 times, then there's something wrong. Unless the stock is going up, of course.
OTLK.
OTLK, I wonder what that looks like. I don't know. Right now, honestly, not loving what I'm seeing here.
PGHL.
UMAC, will we halt up again? Well, I did have a feeling it might, but I didn't look at it. Too soon here.
Is or is.
I wonder if I should be watching at UMAC. I mean, it's back at like 1080, 1050. These last 5 days have been so choppy. No breakdown. No breakdown. What was that low? It's a new low though. Oh, one.
OTLK.
High.
PGHL.
I'm not sure why the volume is so low. Like, come on. 1 minute candle to make new high right there in the slums. Something, anything. All this green on the tape and nothingness. Oh, I should have just sold that entire thing for a small 2 cent win. Giving it a chance. Back down in the depths. UMAC. I don't know. I think the day's done here, unless something else comes. Red 1K. Red 1K to green 800 to red 1K again. Oh my gosh. Oh. Disaster of a resumption, man. If this sells off, it could be good here. Can we get a massive flush out?
All in.
VCIG, perhaps a bit of a double bottom there at 303. Will we get an early pullback here? UMAC. Oh. UMAC is trying. Might get halted up again. False halt. And I mean, I could have been at 17, but these dips are just tough. Spreads. False halt again.
Is on in.
Oh, that was such a bad trade, man. Alright, that's cool. Yeah, that reclaim was more than likely was not gonna work. I don't know why the hell I tried that. The writing perhaps on the wall. The writing perhaps on the wall. What a day. Freaking threw $500 to the wind right there on that poor trade. This thing is still trying though. Low was 64. This is too messy. Too messy. Too much churn. What's the high that last candle? Like 50? Bro, they filled me like 10 cents above the ass right there, man. I'm watching at the ass price as I buy. Come on, man. We don't have time for that nonsense. Just throwing money into the wind there. Bro, I'm watching the ass. I'm not even caring about where the bid is. I'm watching at the ass because I know that's where I'm going to get filled. Still get filled above the ass. Significantly. Could have been in nicely on that dip, just waiting. After this UMAC resumption, I'm out of here. This has been
UMAC.
disaster all day. Green, red to green to red. Yesterday, green to red. I mean, the chop is so real. Smooth momentum 2 weeks ago versus this garbage.
PGHL.
$36.08 resumption. BCIG. It's just so jumpy and just wild. Can we hold that dip? Now rip, 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 moon, moon, moon. Good. Again. Again, again, again. Okay, maybe not. It should be squeezing here. Nobody's business. Should be squeezing. Should be squeezing. Give me 63, good. Should be squeezing like nobody's business. Short sellers should be getting blown out of the moon here. Sub 6. I gotta be careful. How low do you need to go, man? And that was the bottom. Of course it was. All I needed to hold that entry. Move, move, move. Get volume, gain volume. Uh, and this is a poor trade. High or low. Let me not even take that entry. There's a bid. It's clinging to dear life. Probably should have held that trade. Yeah, looks good. Okay, cool. And it still rejects, man. What? Why? There's no reason for the stock to drop right there. That didn't make any sense. And look at what it's doing now. The stock is just trash, man. Let's get this thing off the court. 06, 06, 08 resumption coming up. UMAC 983. Flush, 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 flush. Dip, dip, dip. No bounce, no nothing. Alright, that's the day, I think. Red, $500. That's it. I'm out of here. Bro, this is mad. This is madness. It's so choppy. Like this type of drop here that doesn't make any sense. Short sellers should be the amount of short sellers that should be tied up into this stock right here between all of this. The moment this thing pulls away right here, the moment that this thing gets right here in this area, like this red candle, this type of stuff, like unless maybe somebody big just maybe decided to mark it out. But this type of red candle doesn't like make sense for what I know should happen in this type of situation. And then it just, it leads to that inconsistency in the trading. And now UMAC gives a big bounce. Hmm. it could open up again here. Like it could go, but did I get a good fill? No, I did not. Come on, BCIG. Prove to us that you can shake these short sellers and become a $10 stock in the next hour. So that I can go where no man has been before. Okay, one. Brutal, 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 brutal trade there. It hasn't gained volume yet, and it's inching up. Bro, I'm getting destroyed on just freaking areas that should be great winning trades. Getting washed.
PGHM.
Why am I even still here? Why am I still trading this stock? That's the real question. $75. No bueno. And then it does go. Nonsense. I'm gonna try again. Are we too close to resistance? Yeah, I'm just the hell with this. I don't need to. Even if this goes to $100, to hell with this garbage, man. On a great day, I'm already green 10K here. Shutting it down. Why did I stay and do that? I have no idea. As you guys can see, day trading will drive you mad. I don't even know where I'm at. Let me check on the app. Now that I've shut down the screen, watch the stock goes to $4 or $5. Watch. My iPhone did this update last night. That's just terrible. Think or swim. Why did I do it to myself? Over trading that nonsense. Red 1K. Shutting it down. I'm red 1100 UMAC. Roller coaster day. Roller coaster day. It's been, is this the end of the month or do we have one more? I think we have one more day. Let's see. The Friday, we have one more day. Honestly, I don't even know if I'll trade Friday. I might not. I'll throw Marcelo the keys to the live stream if he's here. I might just take the day off and come back Monday. It's been a great month. I think we're at like 70,000 or something. I don't know. It's been a good month, but not the end of the month. Not the end of the month we would have wanted. This is quite tragic to end the month like this. In the slums. Anyhow, for those of you on YouTube, I hope you guys had a good day. Checking the chat here. Likewise in the Discord. I've essentially, when this happens, I say, I basically say I rage quit. That's what this is. Like if I'm playing a game, playing a video game and just losing, then it's just time to leave the match. Come back some other time. You are hard on yourself. Pick up my game. Take this serious. I'm not sure what that really means, but there's a comment saying that. My entry is so horrible and delayed on Thinkorswim Simulator. Is this the same with real money? Well, I guess it depends on the day. Typically, no, but there are going to be days where there's just so much lag. And you have to also account for the volatility in a live account. Like you could try, let's say you can try to buy 350, but the stock could be so volatile to where if you're buying a market order, you could be filled at 360 or 340, depending on how big the spreads are, how crazy it's moving. And then there'll be other times where you get filled exactly where you're trying to get filled. You can always utilize limit orders, things like that. UMAC, do I need to log back in? This is why when you shut it down, you have to leave because then you start looking at level 2 and then you get enticed. Right now, I'm getting enticed. This is what I'm seeing here. Level 2, UMAC getting closer to 11 again. And then VCIG. Well, VCIG, I don't know about that one, but yeah.
KGHL.
PC. Hold on, I can pull it up. Let's see here. What's it about? About. You guys ever hear a Canadian person say about? Oh man. Processor, RAM, product ID, device ID. We don't need our whole government being shown here. So what I'll do, I'll put it on the, and I'll stop streaming here. We'll put it on the general chat. Man, day trading. I mean, it's another good day overall, but still. These are my stats here on my computer. 64 gigabytes of RAM, and then Intel Core i9 10900 KF. Watch some of the guys in the chat, they're already on to gaming. They're not even wasting any time here with this nonsense that we're seeing. Chat room. How are we doing? Hopefully some people at least ended green. Yes, okay, this is good to see. At least a couple green P&Ls. Alright, nice to see, nice to see. Man. Thanksgiving special in the depths. VCIG, lower wicks. I wasn't really too vocal today. Today I wasn't super vocal. I wasn't as vocal as I am sometimes. Some days I don't know, it just depends. Some days there's more call outs, other times I'm a little bit more quiet as the session is going on. Ninja Ape, Don Juan having conversations. Can this thing just get out the way, man? There we go. Oh, let's click here. Okay, there, that's better. Why am I bailing? Bailing because I'm at max frustration. Honestly, with how the stock is moving, even if it keeps going, I might not make anything. That's, the sad reality of how choppy it is for how the style of trade I'm doing is. Collar shocks every time you break a rule. Yeah, I mean, this is interesting. This is pretty interesting here because whilst I'll have days like today, I didn't break any of my rules. I will have red days, part of the deal. Some people have more trouble with, following the fundamentals of their strategy. And a lot of you guys are trading different strategies. Da, 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 da. Hey, Simon, this is a strategic tactical retreat, man. Tactical retreat. And we're already big green on the month. Daily resistance. Maybe I overlooked daily resistance as possible. Pumping, pulling back to view up. Alright, that's the day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. If you guys got any quick questions here, we could answer it, and that'll do it. Thanksgiving special. I will not talk about Bunman. Nice to see. Looking at the chat. Keep pushing, my friend. Friday will be dead too. Skipping again. ABQ. Skywatcher. HWH. HWH. Maybe I can trade this one just looking at level 2 and no chart. No, I'm just kidding. That would never happen. Keep pushing, my friend. Okay, I don't think there's any questions coming up. BCIG might get another leg indeed, but I'm out of here, man. Stay safe, stay green. P&L minus 1K on the day. I'll tell you the exact P&L. Minus $1,030.44 in the slums. Alright, guys, stay safe, stay green. Tomorrow again, or let's say Friday again, if I'm here. I'll post in the chat room and let you guys know what's up. And this iOS update seems so weird, man. No, I don't like it. I was gonna record a few interviews today, and maybe I might still. It just depends. I did one yesterday. I should have done 2 yesterday. Sadly, I saw the message a little late. So it'll be a success story on Saturday or Sunday. Either or Saturday or Sunday. Yeah, guys, happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, man. Now that we've been read, I can't import a trade if you've already signed out. Now that I'm read here, I have to go over to someone else's house to afford Thanksgiving. As a trader, despite like having done well on the month and on the year, it still seems like the day, there's no real weight. There is no real weight on an individual day. But it still feels like, man, like this little bit of red here. Now I have to be frugal tomorrow, and then the next day, and then and then on a big green day, I'm a little bit more aggressive at spending. And I say that like marginally. Maybe my meal cost me $2 more. It's like something that's so insignificant, but still like the red day kind of, it's like I'll just settle with a sandwich today, right? A $10 Subway sandwich, and then on a nice green day, maybe I'll buy like a bowl or something that's $12. Yeah, I need to shut it down and I need to get out of here. I think I'm up somewhere around 65 to 70,000 if I have to guess. I don't know, somewhere there. Why is it so hard to cut a loss? Well, you have to always remember what your trade plan is. If you don't have a trade plan, it's going to be hard to cut your loss. Before you get into a trade, you should know what your profit target is, and if it does go against you, where you will be stopping out. And remember, the reason you're stopping out is because the stock is weak and is no longer going to follow through on your hypothesis, your thesis. So holding it past that point starts to not make any sense. Like the diminishing returns, however you want to phrase it. It's like the chances of you making money becomes lower and lower and lower holding it past an area where logically and for the setup you're trading, the strategy you're trading, the odds are that much more against you. So make sure you have a trade plan before entering into the position. If not, you're not going to be sure of where you should have your stop or when to get out of the trade. But yeah. Like this person right here, right? I'm gonna ban you. Here's why. Here's why. Like you haven't said anything bad, but let me explain to you why I'm gonna ban you. Who takes the time out of your day to create a profile like this? Bro, what's wrong with you? You guys kill me, man. I've been there. What? It's been 3 days. My order on Schwab's are floating. This happens to me on and off. This happens to me on and off. Yeah, he's gonna get banned here. What's the point? You have to ask yourself, like, what's the point of going this far to create some garbage like this? Bro, people are here to trade, learn, grow. Like, why would you take time, even 1 second out of your day, to waste on garbage like that? Like, you have to get sent to the depths. Come on. Sent into oblivion. UMAC. There's a spread. Yeah, it's been a good year. Honestly, if I can do last year's gains every year, inflation is a thing, so maybe we have to like increase that over time. But last year's gains every year, I feel decent about that. Anything over that is like just cherry on top of the cake. So that's an average of like 15, like 14 to 18,000 a month average, which is, very doable, very, very doable. Well, the most money I spent one time was 30 grand. I bought a Q50. I can show you guys here. It's in the chat. I bought a car. Some of you guys will know that my older car. Did I leave a chat? I didn't mean to leave a chat, but maybe I did. Some of you guys might have known I had an older car. And then that car started giving me problems, so I ended up buying a new car. I just bought it cash, just straight. Pastor went in there like a big boy and just swiped his card. I tried to buy it with my credit card, but then they told me that there's a limit of how much. I guess they would have to pay some sort of transaction fee or something. So I couldn't use all credit because I would have rather used credit and then just, get cash back and then, you know, make something off of it. And this picture I don't really love. It doesn't look the best in this picture, but I'll show it here anyways. This is myself and Crispy. The boys hanging out. The boys. 30K. I was supposed to do some things to this car, but sometimes I think about it and then it's so hard to bring myself to actually doing it because right now I'm in the building stages of wealth and it's like spending money on things. It's something else that I did. I bought rims for this car, right? So these rims here are not the rims that I have on now. And the rims that I bought are like 3 grand and it's like it was such a hard thing for me to do because I've never spent money on something so, how do I say this? It looks nice. I like it, but it's also like part of my brain still feels like it's useless and nonsense. Like I don't know. It's this thing where maybe like I need to make so much more money that 3K becomes 3 cents to where then it makes more sense for me to do, right? But I could have afforded still even at this point comfortably, but still, maybe it's just how I am, right? Maybe that's just what it is. Maybe even if I make millions more, I'll still be the same. But yeah, the BMW is crispy. The Infinity is me. I don't know. Ever since I had the G, which is the older model Infinity, I just prefer the Infinities, man. I don't think I'll ever buy a BMW. Some people love it. I don't think I'll ever buy one. I'll probably just go if I'm to buy like a real sports car, probably like a GTR or something, and then from there maybe like a hypercar. If I'm to like get into those, but the Benz, the BMWs, I'm gonna be staying far away. They're just not my taste. What internet am I using? My internet speed, I have in the States we have, I think it's like at least in my area. Well, let's see, I think there's Optimum, there's Verizon, there's Google Fiber, there's like a couple other smaller ones. Um I'm between like Optimum and Verizon, right? Depending on where I'm at. Well, yeah, you guys can always check out the car section here. This is the older car that I had actually. This one. You guys can check out the car section here in the chat. You had a couple of classics. Oh man. And then there's the gaming cars. What's this? A Honda here. You got a Nissan. I forgot what these are called. Dang. I've been to a car show where there's like 100 of these things. Made with the SUV and the Tesla. Some of the Corvettes, man. This Stingray here looking lovely. Camaro looking good. There's a couple of car guys, car gals, bikers. You got a Hummer there, Jeep. Jessica with the bike. You guys can always come and post a this looks nice. You guys can always come and post a picture or two. Classic here. The Corvette. Oh, look at that engine, man. Wow. SF has a nice car as well. At one point, I think we were posting what we could buy with a Green Day, which is what some of this is. It's like with Marcelo's Green Day of like 3K or whatever it was on this day. It's like this is what he could have afforded. Yeah. I guess with my losses today, I have to sell this back, right? 995. 2006 Mercury. I've never even heard of this brand before. How many miles? 157,000. Which they're probably lying, and there's probably 300,000 miles on this thing. Jimmy with a nice car here. I sold my car to trade and lost it all. Man. Small size, brother. Utilize you can learn how to trade with like 3K in a cash account using one share a day. Or let's say one share per trade. One share per trade. We initially planned for there to be an MMU conference at the end of summer this year, but we weren't able to get it done. There were things that came up, and so we ended up uh we ended up pushing it back. But we're thinking summer. New York City, it's 100% going to be in New York City summer in 2025. Jason, yeah, good advice there. If you're buying a used car, you definitely have to do your due diligence. Go with somebody who's familiar with that model of car or who just is good with cars or a mechanic. Test drive it, take it on the highway, make sure nothing is leaking, make sure everything is working inside and out, from the lights to the heating to the cooling, the music, VCIG at 70. Well, yeah, I'm going to shut it down. Stay safe, stay green. I don't want to distract you guys from the trading. Check out those links down below, and I'll catch you guys next time, all right? Lock in for those of you still going. I'm out of here. Enjoy the holidays. Happy Thanksgiving for those of you who celebrate.